Alright, so this video is going to be a little bit different. Basically, we just got back from the Carlisle GM Nationals show. We were able to find a vendor that had, basically they had 55 to 57 Chevy parts. So we were able to find a decent amount of parts that we wanted and needed. So yeah, we're going to unbox all of those. And we're going to do it a little bit different. You see we're outside, enjoying the nice weather. So don't mind the birds chirping. It's just a beautiful day out, and we just figured, we might as well do this outside. So hopefully the sunlight and everything doesn't mess with the seeing everything in the video. But if you hang tight, I'll unbox everything, and then I'll come up and I'll get close-ups just to make sure you guys can see everything, all the detail in the parts and everything that we got. So without further ado, let's take a look at what we got. First thing, we got the front gold V. This is an indication on the 57s that the car was a V8. As I mentioned in a previous video, the original engine in this was a V8. It was a 283. So all the trim and everything on that car is or should have been gold. Again, all those pieces are missing. That's why we bought them. But everything on there originally would have been gold. So there is the front gold V. Let's leave that out. The next thing we got in this box, we got the reverse lights, or as they call them, the backup light assemblies. These go in the back of the rear bumper pieces. Comes with both sides. This is a set. Has a wiring harness. It also has the rubber seals. So there's that. In this box, in this box, we got new headlight bezels. This came with screws, came with a pair of bezels, and it also came with the rubber strips that go on there to seal them. So we were missing the passenger side one. We had the driver's side one, and the driver's side one is actually really good shape. It's not the like the mesh isn't all pitted up. Everything's nice. However, and as you can see here, the painted surfaces are, well, they're nice and they're new. On the one that's on the driver's side is faded, and a lot of the black is actually missing. And you could say, well, why don't you just paint it? Sure, we could tape everything off and paint it, but for the price of the two, it just kind of made sense to buy the pair. So we bought the pair of them, and now we have matching headlight bezels. And then here, this one. This is another part that we have on the car. So you could say, well, why'd you buy them? But we got new hood rockets. It comes with all 6 pieces. These are the pieces that go in the hood. And again, I'll try to link like a video to what I'm referencing. That way you can see for yourself where they actually go. And I'll show you them where they would go in the vehicle then. But these are on the hood. They're on both sides. And it has all 6 pieces. Basically, it's gonna be like that. The ones that are on there, they're complete, but they're pitted. And these are chrome, so it's kind of hard to get that pitted piece off there. I'm sure we could probably send them off and basically have them cleaned up and then re-chromed. But again, it was just easier just to get them. I saw them, they had them. So we have new hood rockets now. And this is not a box of snacks, though it would be nice to have some snacks here. But in here we have quite a few different pieces. The first thing we'll show is this is the gas door. This is on the driver's side rear bumper piece that goes up. If you recall, if you've seen the previous videos, you saw that it was mangled. Now this is stainless steel, so we could technically try to beat it back together and get it straight. You can do that with stainless, but it's a lot harder to do that piece because it was just all mangled. This here is straight, brand new piece. We don't have to do anything, and for the price of it, it was a little salty, but it saves us a lot of man hours from trying to beat that thing back into shape that's supposed to be, and even then we may not get it perfect. This is perfect, so it just made sense to go this route. So there's that's the gas door lid. We also got a new grill bar emblem. This goes in the center section of the grill. Again, we'll have a picture showing what that is, or where it's actually located. It really amazes me, you know, for a 57, the detail that they put into these cars. Not just the 57 Chevy, but a lot of the cars back in this time. Like, look at the detail in this. You know, the gold, I mean, even like the V's and stuff, the gold accent pieces. You know, you can see that on some cars, there's gold lettering and stuff like that. But like the detail they had and all this stuff back then is amazing. They just don't have that kind of, a lot of the cars now don't have that kind of craftsmanship. So I really respect that they did this back in the day. But yeah, so I think that's cool. But here's the rear, or the front grill bar emblem. What else we got here? Since we did that front, we got the front V. We also got, let's pop this guy out of here. We also got the gold Chevy piece. Again, that goes with the gold bar, or I should say the gold V, on the front of the hood. Down there. Also, since we're on the front, we were able to get the front fender louvers. So there's 3 on each side. The driver's side right now actually has the gold pieces on it. They're a little faded, and we can easily polish them, no problem. But this came as a set of 6, so we'll probably just end up putting all 6 on. It's just going to be easier just to do that. Even though the 3 that are on there, we won't mind polishing. But we'll probably just take those off and sell those 3 as a set for someone else to use. So there's those pieces, the gold louvers. Still on the front, we got the, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, but these are the windshield wiper escalantes. I'm not quite sure. To me, they're the trim around the windshield wipers, but they are the sconches, and it comes with a pair of them, and also the hardware to mount them. So that's pretty cool. Again, these are chrome. Ours are there, but they're pitted. So, you know, we're just trying to get some of those pieces that we don't have to put a lot of man time into correcting them and trying to make them look good. You know, with this, we can just toss them on. Okay, sorry about that. I had to pause it. Train was going by, and I couldn't hear myself think. So we're literally, there's a railroad track right on the other side of us. So Um, where we left off, wiper sconches. The next piece we have, since we are still on the front, the next piece we have are brand new chrome plated front door handles. Again, the car has all 4 door handles, and they all work. Okay. So, you know, that's really awesome. But again, they're chrome plated. The ones that are on there, all 4 of them are pitted. In some of them, it's hard to push the button because of that pittedness. And again, for the price of what these were, it only makes sense to buy them. You know, we could spend hours and hours cleaning them up. You know, you can't get time back. So here is the front set of handles. This is driver and passenger. Again, freshly chrome plated. They come with brand new rubber gaskets and hardware. So there's that. And since we did the front ones, we also went ahead and bought the rear door handles as well. Again, like I said, all 4 of them were pitted. They all 4 work, but for the cost, you know, it's just a smarter idea just to buy them as they are. But yeah, so here's those pieces. Everything works. Again, the back ones also come with new hardware and rubber gaskets. We also got new rear taillight lenses. We got both of them. It did have one, I think, on the passenger side, but again, we might also have matching sets. We don't want one looking kind of faded, one really shiny red. So I just bought the set. We are thinking about the blue dot. The place where we went in the car show, I couldn't find the blue dot. They thought they had some, but they couldn't find them. So we may look for that as somewhere else, but we also may consider not using the blue dot that goes on some of these. So there's that. And then the last piece we got here is the rear gold V for the trunk. The trunk that was on there, it didn't have it on there, so I don't know if someone replaced it or if they shaved it off, what the case may be, but it's not there. So to stay true to the theme of the car, we also got the rear gold V. So here's everything that we got. Basically everything here, even though it doesn't seem like it's that much, easily way over $1,000 of parts here. I know it's not a lot of stuff, but you know, that's kind of how it is. So let's do this. Let's kind of set everything up here, and I'll bring you guys around to show you guys up close everything. So let's grab this. Okay, so again, here's the rear gold V, the rear handles and the front handles. This is the front Chevy name sign. We have the 6 gold louvers that go on the fenders, 3 on each side. We have the Chevy grill bar emblem. We have the wiper sconches, or in easier terms, the wiper trim, in my opinion. But you know, just to be exact, we have the stainless steel gas door, the pair of rear taillight lenses, the fresh chrome plated hood rockets. It's all 6 pieces, basically one for each side of the hood. We have the front gold V. We have the rear basically reverse lights. And then we have, this is only one, but basically we have the pair of the headlight bezels. So yeah, so this is everything that we got to, today. I'm at the GM Nationals. You know, to be honest with you, most of the stuff here was on our list. I think the hood rockets wasn't, but you know, the more we looked at it, it was like, well, they're pitted, we might as well replace them. So I went back into the GM show to get those. But everything else was basically on our list of things to get. The only thing that we have left now to really get is some of the panels, and obviously a powertrain and drivetrain. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to the car. I'm gonna show you where all these parts that we just bought belong, and that just gives you a better reference of, you know, where they're actually going. Because I can say the front of the car, the front of the hood, but where at on the hood, where at on the trunk, where at in the bumpers, where at, you know, on the fenders and everything. So let's go check that out. Okay, so to kind of put a reference of where everything was that we unboxed on the car, we'll start up front. The first thing, these 3 holes here is where the front gold V actually goes. So just like that. It's probably hard to tell in the video, but you can see where they shaved off the Chevrolet sign. You can see the 4 dots on here. Essentially, to go by where those dots are, everything lines up. So basically, that's how the front's going to be, with the Chevrolet sign and the gold V. So that's where those go in the car. Also up front in the center part of the grill, the emblem that goes in the grill there, it's like that. Now it goes in behind, but essentially that's where it's going to be going. And it kind of just putting that on there kind of brings a lot of stuff back to life here. So there's the emblem. The next part, I'll try to put these together. The hood rockets, so they are 3 pieces. It looks like 1 piece probably in the video, but they're actually 3 different pieces. Let's see here. So something like that. Again, just you can tell the difference of freshly chrome plated and the pitted hood rockets that are on there. So we have both of them. They'll both be replaced. We also got the new headlight bezels, and that fits in there perfectly. Again, we had the front driver's side, but you can kind of tell a difference. Obviously, the chrome's a little shinier. The chrome on here is actually not bad. It's not really pitted up, but like where the black part is, it's actually faded, and the chrome that's underneath that black paint is pitted, and it's you can feel the difference on there. So it just made sense to replace both of them. Coming around the side, or actually I should say we have one more piece up front here, and what I'm calling the wiper trim, or what Chevy calls it, the the sconches. We got, so both original ones are on here, but because they're pitted up, we are replacing them. So here's basically what the difference is on that. One more thing up front on the fenders. So on the passenger side fender, the louvers are missing. It has the holes here, but they're missing. So we got the new gold louvers that will go on here. The driver's side has the original ones on it. But as you can see, they are faded. They could easily be polished, but because it came with a 6-pack, we're just going to put all 6 new ones on there. Going down the side, so again, we have all 4 door handles. They're all there. They're all pitted. When you touch them, it almost cuts your fingers because of how bad they are. So we got the replacements for all 4 doors. Again, you can tell the difference between the freshly chrome plated and the pitted ones, and it's just easier just to replace them. So that's where those go. I'm not going to show all 4 of them, but essentially they're pretty much the same on all 4 doors. Okay, so we'll come around the back now. We'll start off on the trunk. Again, I can't tell if they shaved it or not. I can't see the holes like I could in the front for the Chevrolet sign. But so I'm just gonna guesstimate where the rear gold V would be. It's gonna be approximately in this area somewhere, center line. But so yeah, so the gold V will be like that on the trunk then. Back on the driver's side, rear, this is the gas door that's on there. As you can tell, it's extremely mangled in comparison to the new one. It is stainless, so it could be basically brought back to shape, but however, it would take a lot of time to do that, if it's even possible. And this piece is brand new, so it's just easier just to replace them. And essentially that's where it's going to be once it's installed. And then coming down to the last pieces that we got. The next one is the rear backup light or reverse light. That goes in here. The driver's side one was missing. This came as a pair, so we'll be replacing this one and this one. Even though this one's here, it's kind of faded. You can see the orange gasket in there, so both of those would be replaced. And then the last part we have is the rear taillight cover. This one was missing, obviously, so there will be the new one. On the passenger side, it's here. It's a little faded. It does have the blue dot, so I do need to source that if we want to keep it original. But you can kind of tell the difference, the faded one versus the new one. But yeah, so that's where all the parts are that are in reference to the unboxing that we did. The next stick around, because the next video we'll probably do is start putting a lot of these parts on, and we may also have some new parts that aren't in this video that will also be installed. So be sure to check that video out when it comes out. Thanks everyone.